Hello, 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 everybody. So, we have this new energy crystal thing, and I've seen people kind of be confused about it. I've learned a bit about it, in the day or so it's been out. And I'm not going to name names, but there's a certain YouTuber that said some stuff that is not correct. I'm not going to name names because I'm not trying to flame people, especially since I actually like this person a lot. But I hopefully can clear the record on a couple of things. So, you'll notice that your status screen for your character is going to look a bit different. You have the new energy crystal section. Energy crystals can be farmed from one of the supply drops, just like, money and food and stuff. It's right over here. Has 4 levels, goes up to 25. You have different rarities of these, just like most items in the game, from uncommon to rare to whatever purple and orange represent. As far as I know currently, the only way to get the purple rarity ones is to go through hard mode, which I have been neglecting. But hard mode peacekeeping will give you some of this stuff. Although it's it is limited to a certain degree. Like, this is an orange, but specifically for a Denki. So, your mileage may vary. I'm sure there's going to be events that they'll put out that have them, but for now, most of what you're going to find are going to be blues and greens and occasionally a purple. Like, if you look at my Hawks here, he has a couple of purples on him that I've thrown on there, but in general, it's blues. It's blues and greens. So, let's switch to a character that has some slots available. Let's go with Bakugo. You're looking at your screen, you're going to see quite a lot to go over. So let's start with what these do. The energy crystals are going to give you stat bonuses, and then a particular type of crystal will increase the level of a skill it's equipped to by 1. So, as it says here, they're a new power booster, blah, 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 one-time use item. So if you use it, it's used. To take it off of a character, it will be dismantled. Keep that in mind. There are 3 types of energy crystals: bonus, booster, and core crystal. Bonus and booster effectively just mean one is for an offensive skill and one is for a defensive skill. And a core crystal is the thing that will upgrade a skill by, as of right now, 1 level. There might be ones that do more, but I'll show you that later. And it says, both bonus and booster crystals are enhancers. Install them to increase a character's battle stats directly. The core crystal will increase the skill level. This is where I've seen some miscommunication. The bonus and booster crystals will increase your overall score for a stat of a character. It is not just for that skill. The only thing of these that only affects 1 skill at a time is the core crystal. The others are just pure bonuses to your stats. You also have a crystal score. This is kind of similar to gear, basically like your enhancement level, or your overclocking or whatever. Not overclocking, but when you have your score above a certain threshold, you get a bonus for that. So I believe that there is, so here it is. There's a character crystal skill, which is character specific, and then your overall crystal score. The more crystals you have equipped, the higher your score will be, and you can look at your thresholds to see where you are. And there's also a crystal exchange. So we'll get into those a bit more in depth, but let's start with equipping a crystal. So right now my Bakugo has 5 skills that have these little 1 core increases to his stats. So we can show right here. So if I go to core, these are character specific. So this is a Bakugo core for base Bakugo that gives a level bonus of 1. So if I equip that, I guess I can show this because you can see that each of these have 1. So if we go to his skill section, these all have the little +1 indicator, so they are level 20 +1, whereas the one I don't have is just level 20. That's all it does. Keep in mind, though, that these are usually not like massive increases. Like, here we go. You're not increasing this percentage bonus, you're increasing the flat damage bonus. So it's nice, it's not that important. It's just, you might as well put it on a character. It's going to give them a little bit more BP, it's going to give them a little bit more damage. So right here, I'm just going to slap 1 on. That's fine. The thing I wanted to mention, though, again, is your overall stats will increase. So if we look at, let's see, sorry, I shouldn't have left that screen. Let's go here and let's equip, which one is this? Do we have a crit one for him? No, only attack. I should have known that. Okay, so this one would give attack plus 29. if we go here and we go to his attack is 18,105 plus 29. It should end in 34. So we go back to his overview. We go to energy crystal. We pick any of these things and we assemble it. Gets a little BP increase. We go back. We go to details. And I think I might have grabbed a different one. Sorry. But you can see it increased his attack. I'm good at math, I'm sure. Which one did I equip to him? I'm like not even paying attention to what I'm doing here. Plus 29. Alright, fine, whatever. Maybe attacks calculate different. It doesn't matter. The main thing that I'm saying is you don't need to worry about those being applied to like a specific skill because those are applied for the entire character. The only ones that you need to worry about are these cores for specific skills. If you're low on cores, you want to pick something that they get more use out of. So for Bakugo, for example, it's his Q. His Q is the first thing I put a core on because that's where he does most of his damage. It's the thing he hits with the most. He's not doing his ult very often. He's not, doing his dodge attack very often. He's using Q. So there's that. You can see here your overall threshold for how many of the boosters and bonuses you can equip as well as cores. The core value is not going to change. You only have 6 skills per character, but these will increase not the overall amount you can equip, but not the overall number. Like this 16 doesn't change, but the amount you can equip will. So if I go to Hawks, who is fully equipped, you can see that he's only at 13 out of 16. That's because I don't have his last 3 passives. So he can't equip anything there. So right now his max is 13. I can go to his character score, and you can see that his current character score is 5100, which means he's getting a little 5 and 30 HP or attack and HP boost. If I increase it further, I will get these bonuses all the way up to 25,000. So again, they're going to drop more of this stuff. They're going to increase it. The other thing you want to look at is your overall character skill, your overall crystal score, which is similar to the individual character one, but it applies to your entire account. The more you have equipped, the more bonuses get applied to each character, similar to gear. And then for the crystal exchange, this is something where you kind of want to approach this carefully. I'm very lackadaisical. I don't really care. I will break down stuff if I don't like it, but most people aren't grinding as much as I am. Most people are not doing as much. So you do not need to be going in here and spamming the unknown crystal. It's mostly going to give you greens, in my experience. But it's good to check in once a day and see, is there a core for a character? Like right here, I bought Froppy's core. Is there a core for a character you like? Grab that. In general, you don't really need to dismantle these unless you want to. I'm somebody where I don't really like bothering with setting up a bunch of stuff on my characters unless it's actually a good setup. I'm not somebody that equips, 4-star equip cards. That's me. Technically, it is better for you and for your account to not do what I do. You should hold on to these, only dismantle when you see something you're I need Kirishima, I don't have enough currency, I'm going to break some stuff down that's useless. In general, you should just be equipping whatever crystals you have to whatever characters you have. And I think that mostly covers it. I think the last thing I'd want to mention is this is not something that you should focus on early. If you're a person that doesn't have as built of an account as I do, this is behind both farming chips and getting characters to level 90. You want to get characters to level 90 because getting them up to 90 allows you to unlock the max amount of skill bonus they can get. You can get to level 20 for each skill there. So you don't want to sit on that. And chips, by far the biggest increase for a character from a single thing is chips. You can roll for better stats, like getting a character's attribute, and you also get these chip set bonuses. However, I am at the end game very much so. My characters, my best characters are all plus 90k. you know, this is nice for me. I've been dropping a lot of stamina on energy crystals, and they do give a decent amount of boosts. However, one thing to note is that it is bugged currently, and it will not reflect your accurate BP. Let me see. Let me see if I can show this. Right. So right now it's showing me at 97,897K. I should be actually at 99,000 something. Let me pick. Is this one? It's an HP booster. Don't want to get rid of that. Okay, I'll get rid of this tenacity booster. Oh, I don't have any boosters. Okay, is there a crappy... Oh my gosh, no there isn't, of course. I put everything good on Hawks. Attack bonus 73, what is this? Okay, yep. Alright, so let's see what happens here. Go and assemble this. That is way too big of a BP increase. That is not reflective. Usually these are like anywhere from like 10 to 50 BP. So now you can see this is my actual BP. As far as I know, they know about this bug. They're going to fix it, but you'll see your BP fluctuate. It's not a huge deal. They'll get it ironed down. It's still worth working on these crystals because they're going to fix it eventually. This is going to be something they're going to sell down the road. To be clear, don't buy anything that is selling crystal stuff. It's just not worth it. It is nice to be a little stamina dump and to like min-max your character and tweak them up, but again, it's not the most imperative thing. So just keep in mind, as a final thing, when you're looking at a skill, you have your bonuses and you have your boosters. Bonuses are offensive skills, boosters are defensive skills. In general, damage and like penetration and crit damage, there are like a hierarchy of them, but that's not as important. Over here, I believe I know HP is the biggest BP increase. I can't remember. Is it which one is it? Tenacity? No, it's not. Is it decrease? Yeah, I believe decrease is the second best defensive stat, but don't quote me on that. I'm not really sure on that. I mostly just focus on getting BP higher, so I focus on HP. The only time you really need to worry about a particular like offensive stat is if it's a character like World Hero Mission Bakugo. Let me see if I can find. I believe it's under his mechanism. It's the very last line. Yeah. So, for example, for Bakugo, he has this every 1% increase in crit rate will also increase crit damage by 0.75%. Now, this doesn't come, as far as I can tell, from his overall, like, you know, his beginner base crit rate, which is here. It comes from, like, if you equip a cold shot to him, or on the field he gains a stacking bonus or something. However, it still means that the more crits he does, the more likely he's going to be able to take advantage of that extra crit damage. So for somebody like him, it's a good idea to focus on crit and crit damage, but most characters are, like, gonna be just about as good with any kind of damage boost. So I wouldn't worry so much about that, other than maybe for your like 2 or 3 most used, most favorite characters. And that's about it. Let me know if you guys have any questions, and I'll try and answer them in the comments or make another video if I need to. But it's not a huge deal to worry about. Just, you know, just like anything else, farm it up when you can. But it's nowhere near as important as chips. Chips are still the biggest influence on BP from a single like stat or gear item. But with that, I'll see y'all later.